Hello?
Hello.
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 Look who it is.
Fancy
Look where we
meeting
are.
you here.
In a place like this.
It's been a hot minute since we've done that.
Yeah.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Gut Punch RP, a tabletop role-playing game stream channel focused on inclusivity in gaming spaces as well as charity. You can type !donate into the chat and they'll take you to the link to our ongoing Tiltify event raising money for I Need Diverse Gaming. You can type !charity to find out more about that organization. Each month we give away amazing little dice sets, so you should donate each month so that you have a chance to get said dice sets and whatnot. We do that to random donors and we change it up each month. So yeah, just so you're aware, the money that comes into the channel from things such as bits and subs go back into the channel and allows us to make improvements as well as like get donations, incentives, and all that fun stuff. And I'm stumbling over my words, but that's fine. I'm still too busy thinking about how much I was menacing everyone before stream. We are sponsored by Tabletop Loot. You can type !Tabletop Loot into the chat and you can use the code GutPunchRP on their online storefront to save yourself 15% off at checkout. Additionally, we are sponsored by Dungeons Gate, which is a local to, well, like half the cast. Thing. They Midwest Gaming. That's gaming shop, and you can also use the code GutPunchRP there to get yourself 10% off on checkout, excluding already on sale items. Would you like to support the channel in non-monetary means? Cool. Doing things like being here while we're live, hanging out with us, even if you're lurking. It's cool. We love our lurkers. Doing things like retweeting the go live tweet, it really does help. I promise you, engaging with all of our online content also helps. So doing things like watching YouTube videos, because we put all of our old VODs on YouTube for your enjoyment and whatnot. If you want to go back and rewatch all of our content, you can find it on YouTube and things like that. If you have joined us for the first time this evening, welcome. This is Lorelwind, our ongoing D&D 5th edition Homebrew Campaign. We play this every Monday night. We also have 2 other shows on the channel currently. This week is a Darkness Rising week, so come back on Friday and watch us in another fantasy homebrew world that is run by our very own Princess Ladybro. And then on off weeks from that, on alternating Thursdays, we have Welcome to Black River, an arcane western 5th edition homebrew setting run by our very own Elegant Feather Duster, who apparently doesn't have the hat, but just like touched his head.
I gotta be honest, I was at an Orville Peck concert and the hat is currently in the other room, so that feels right.
That feels on brand.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. But I believe that is all of my announcements. Or at least I have thrown enough pieces of paper on the floor that it feels like it is the end of my announcements. So we will run full throttle into a recap that I remembered about 10 minutes before I hopped online that I needed to have. So let's see what we've got.
You want me to message you a recap? I actually wrote one earlier.
Let me know if there's anything that I particularly left out, but I think I have all the beats because I looked back through the clips. All right, so
I did the notes this week.
you did do the notes this week. I love your notes and I refer to them often. This was one of those I did not think about it until just now. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing I need to do. Our adventurers arrived at Port Celadon after being transported by a weird computer-esque being, disembodied voice known as Antithesis. The group comes across a large number of merchants that are waiting to be to let into Port Celadon, and come across a couple of gnomes, one of whom our adventurers had met before. Get to buy some fireworks, have some goofs, and then the guards suddenly turn their attention to our group. What with our group being wanted for information regarding a certain explosion, or well, series of explosions that happened the last time our adventurers were at Port Celadon. Through some crafty talking and magic tomfoolery, if you will, our adventurers were able to get the guards to calm down and leave them alone. And then our adventurers decide to set off on foot for a little bit and then take camp, at which during their, before Sullen decided to scry on Saga, and we got to find out that there was some kind of magic that was preventing Saga from being scryed on. Magic that seemed to allude to the presence of a large black wolf with a gray collar that seemed to sound a little familiar to our adventuring party. Additionally, during the evening, Vasimir appeared before Sheer to have a little light conversation and maybe get a little foot in the door for a potential deal or patron pact at some point in time down the road. Who knows? Additionally, when Scotty and Annabelle were having their watch and coming back inside, there was a new blue-haired fae. And eventually, through the raucous behavior that was being caused by Vafir and group, the gentleman eventually awoke. However, we did put a pin in that interaction because we needed to rewind and go through a couple of dream sequences.
Dreams.
Which is where we will start this session. Annabelle.
Ah! Okay, it was a toss-up who was going to be first. All right, let's go.
Annabelle.
Yeah?
You were dreaming. And it's one of those dark, voidless dreams. A vast nothingness. And then suddenly, like flint to a rock, psh, a spark of light. And you see a woman about your height, a little taller. Hair, similar. Shade, different. Slightly different. Heavily armored. Mace tossed over her shoulder. She steps forward. You get 3 questions.
And I don't get a hello.
Is that your first question?
No. Never gonna stop being a little shit no matter what you do.
You're never going to be alive no matter what you do.
Alright, fine. First question then. What happened after we got surrounded and I got stabbed or whatever it was? Because I remember up to that point, but past that.
She steps forward,
I'm
raising
sorry.
a metalled gauntlet and moves to touch your forehead.
I let her.
It'll be easier if I show you. And she taps your forehead. And you're transported back. You look down. You see the wound. And you fall to the ground. And where it once went black, you open your eyes and you see your younger sister Ellie surrounded by these creatures that you have seen before, with long knife arms, all the different Sorosworn that you saw in Port Vermeer surrounding. And then, like a flash, the hooded woman goes forward, kills the one with a single blow that is dripping with your blood. She then cuts forward as another one lunges for Ellie. Using her cloak, she prevents the attack from hitting Ellie, and almost without moving, stabs it and it falls. And one by one, she takes each and every one of these creatures out until they start the next wave coming. She leans down, looks at Ellie in a deep voice, yet still feminine. There's no need to worry. I know that you hurt for your sister, but we may be able to save her. Come with me. And then you are returned with Ellie standing before you.
I think that I think Annabelle starts to just like instinctively reach for her to like give her a hug.
She steps back.
Sorry.
That's one.
Why are you even here talking to me like this? Willing to answer any questions at all?
Because a part of me hopes that you'll join me.
You hope that I'll join you in trying to destroy everything on the face of the planet. That's what you're hoping for. That's not a question. It's an observation. You can agree if you like, but sure is what it seems to be.
What do you do with plants when they're overrun with rot?
Why would I know that? That's not a question. You know that I wouldn't know shit about that. I see your metaphor, sure, fine. But I also think that it's bullshit. I love you, but I think that that's bullshit.
Your time is running out. What is your last question?
I can't just try to get a little time with my one and only sister. Alright, fine. If I died, then how am I still standing here? Did you do something? Did I do something? I honestly don't remember. Ellie, it's all gone, and I don't know if you know why, or if I did something to you, I'm sorry.
This is the first time you actually kind of see the steely demeanor falter for just a fleeting second. And then you're still here. Because I need you.
What does that mean? Because something tells me that it's not just... Oh, come on!
That was 3
If you still care about me...
And then it goes dark.
Come on.
And you need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Oh, boy. Okay. Ah! All right.
I have it open on the other piece, the other computer. Hang on.
That's a 22.
Ooh.
You'll only take half because that just succeeds.
What? Just succeeds on what?
Ellie's a broken.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I fucking raise you and this is the thanks I get.
Oh.
I don't even have my dice out. What is this?
Well, I guess then you can't roll any damage against me if you don't have the dice out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that bad.
Google.com.
I don't believe you.
Don't.
That it's not gonna be that bad.
Didn't we get our long rest yet? I didn't.
I don't think I did either.
You should be on the short rest at least.
Yeah.
Oh
Stop
yeah,
yours.
it's not
After
like a
short rest,
health
I was
point
yeah.
problem. It's my spells.
It doesn't matter.
think
It'll
I'm-
apply to the next.
Oh, cool. Great.
It'll be in your morning after
Lovely.
your rest. So yeah, after your rest, you will end up taking 8 points of psychic damage.
Cool. Make a note of that.
It'd be worse. JPEG.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, it's not going to be that bad.
True.
You know, when you wake up with a little bit of a headache.
Psychic damage for sure.
I'm just looking at Scotty's wisdom score going,
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. You needed
Huh?
to have done that at disadvantage
Oh. Okay.
because it's
Let's
your
do it.
sister doing it.
Well,
emotional trauma.
yeah. That's a 5
Ooh.
for the disadvantage roll. So 16 then, DM?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that tracks. This makes sense. That's fair.
All right.
Thanks for reminding me I need to call my sisters. It's been a while.
Oh my God. Call your sister or else take psychic damage.
Yeah.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage. All right. A little sip.
Gotta get caffeinated.
Gotta get caffeinated for the next one because Bjorn.
Hello.
Like, I wish I would have written it down. I just fucking looked this up. I think it's Ysura?
Yrsa.
Yrsa.
Yeah.
Tell us about Bjorn's most treasured memory of Yrsa.
Most treasured memory. I think he has a lot of memories of her that are the sort of memories of when you're very, very young that are more images than they are extended stories. I think he remembers her. At the time, she seemed very, very tall, which she was, but, you know, to a child, she seems much taller. And warm in a lot of ways. No nonsense, but caring. And I think he remembers her cooking, honestly, which is something she fairly rarely did, even though she was good at it.
You see a montage, almost, of these kind of images. And then you see her over a big pot on a fire. And you remember the smell. It smells savory and meaty. And she looks at you and you can feel the love just radiating from her. But then something smells sour, rotten. And as she's standing before you, the skin on her face begins to sag and pull and wrinkle and gray and thin as she what looks like decays a year, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, falls to the ground in skeletal ash in front of you. Well, I'm glad you're finally on track to getting me the planar gem.
You still haven't told me who you are.
I am the creature that you owe a planar gem to.
What end? What do you need it for?
That is my own business, and none of yours, mortal.
So what does that make you? Not mortal at all?
Well, one could argue you survived death. I've just survived it many a time.
I suppose so, but what does that have to do with you? Are you saying that you're death?
No, but I do like to bring it from time to time.
Are you Fae? Are you a god?
Maybe a little of both.
You have a name.
I do. But unlike you, I'm wise to keep it.
Unlike me, what do you mean?
Well, you have been known to freely give the name of others. There's power in a name, and that's not the power that I'm willing to let you have over me.
I seek only to understand. You say that you've given me power. I just... Why? To serve your ends?
Mostly.
And what if I don't?
Oh, you've already started experiencing what will happen if you defy me. It will get worse.
So I was right. I die.
And you see that gaunt, ghostly form before you with jagged black teeth just laughing. You think that death is the worst thing that could happen to you? No, you're going to live for a very long time.
How is that worse than death?
Because you won't be in control, but you will know. You will know that you will be responsible for his death. That one. And you can see Sullen.
Why him?
Well, it won't just be him. There's also your sister over there. You see Scotty.
Why? They don't have anything to do with this. Whatever bargain it is, whatever you want from me, don't... They've got nothing to do with it. They don't deserve any harm from you.
It won't be me. It'll be you.
You say I won't be in control, then who is? You?
You're more bestial form. With a few modifications, of course.
Meaning what?
Meaning, if you don't act fast, you will be one of my creatures.
Alright, well, you've given me a cave. Is there anything more you can give? Any other clue to help me succeed?
I think you'll figure it out. As she goes to slash out at you, a large black feathered wing prevents the slashing, and she stops in her place. I hope you don't mind me intruding on this stream. I've been in the area, so I figured I'd see what's happening over here. You see a large black barn owl standing before you.
I take it you're the owl, capital T, capital O.
The one and only. She's lying to you, you know.
About what?
She's not the cause of your power.
Okay,
But she is the cause of your curse.
how do you know this? What is the source of my power? What curse?
There was a lot there. Hang on.
Yeah, why are you here?
To offer you a deal.
Well, that tracks.
I will cure you.
In exchange for what?
What do you offer?
Do I have to decide now?
I suppose not. But she wasn't lying about not having a ton of time.
Do you know how much time I do have? Days, weeks?
By the looks of it, you're at the second stage of this curse. Curses like that have 4 stages to them. They get progressively worse with each one.
All right, so what is the source of my power?
It's hard to say exactly. But you wouldn't have that sword if you didn't have power.
The sword? What about the sword?
Fair tricky.
Yeah, you're telling me. All right, I'll have to think about it. I don't know what offering to give you.
What's your life worth?
Depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
I mean, I don't think most creatures want to die, much less be controlled. So I suppose a great deal.
Then think on it. And if you choose, come back to me with a great deal.
Okay.
The owl disappears. And the creature continues her strike. And Bjorn wakes up. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Not my strong suit. Not a spell, not an effect I can see, I am assuming.
It is a spell, but not an effect you can see.
Is the creature within 5 feet of me?
No.
Okay.
They are, however, on the same plane of existence.
All right. 12.
You take 10 points of psychic damage when you wake up.
Yeah, Bjorn wakes up abruptly. Vafir is yelling. It's like, ow.
Oh, look, it's a party with everyone.
What are you doing here?
I thought... Honestly, I was coming for more wine.
Pulls out the bottle.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, you'll have to excuse me. I just had a strange dream.
What was that, Miss Tully? Or did you just make a
Nothing.
face?
Nope. Nope.
Getting up, I'm
So you-
stretching. I'm detecting some rancid vibes.
Oh, yes. Oh, good lord. What is that awful smell?
Oh, I forgot. Shit.
I don't know. I haven't been feeling very well, but
Oh, yeah.
Spare the dying.
It's him. He's the smell.
Ugh.
It's awful.
Yon, I'm sorry.
don't think I smelled earlier, but I can't explain it. Maybe it's the creatures casting curses in my dreams, you know?
Oh, you're cursed now.
Well,
Annabelle, you know, one day
Fine
you'll be very
company.
concerned.
so I am told by an old friend of ours.
I would define friend.
Yeah.
Siegfried.
Wings, beak.
Oh
You're gonna
no,
have to
no,
be
not
more
you
specific.
too.
I didn't agree to anything.
Okay. But she offered something. Didn't she? She tends to do that.
She did indeed. Maybe Vafir has a little input. Have you ever heard of the Keeper of the Wood? She seemed to indicate she might have a little something to do with the Fey realm.
I mean, there are a handful of beasts that like to refer to themselves in that kind of pompous title.
Sort of skeletal, seems to have an affection for death.
Hmm. There are known... Well, I wonder... There's a coven of banshees in the outskirts of the, outside of the Summer Court territory, kind of in that space between the territories.
I certainly got screamed at a few times. Seems like it would line up with legend anyway.
So I would say, it could be. I mean, Melina has been getting up to a few things here and there.
Melina.
tends to be the one that the others kind of look to as their leader.
So Melina is a banshee.
Yes.
Okay.
Not your ordinary banshee, though. Quite a bit worse. How did you get
Even-
mixed up with her?
Your guess is honestly as good as mine. I mean, when it first occurred, we'd run into a sort of unusual circle, but
That does sound like the work of the Coven.
right. Fae circles and all that.
Odd, though. Usually, they don't come to the material plane.
Didn't you say that the planes were getting a little strange in places? The last time we spoke, we picked up well, one of your Fae folk, in fact.
It's also very concerning given, not so much the picking up the little fairy folk, but also that a Coven circle appeared here.
How so?
Might mean that things are a little further along.
Things, you mean the keeps, Shar, all of that?
Yes, all of that.
What use would Melina have for a planar gem?
I realized I was looking away from the mic, but oh shit, that's what he said. That would get them full access to the material plane, or would suggest that maybe one or someone they are concerned with is trapped, needs to be set free, or wants to be set free.
Either of those sound good.
No, they don't.
Speaking of things that are trapped, have you heard anything about that orb we used to have? The one your mother is looking for?
Ellen kicks Bjorn in the boot.
She was just in the background being the worst spy ever, like blatantly taking notes.
Well, aren't you guys in a room? Everybody's here, right?
Yeah,
I
we're all
mean, yeah.
No. Okay.
just sitting off to the side, blatantly taking notes about
Yeah,
Fire.
I just assume I want to make sure that everybody is having a fun convo right now.
Oh yeah, everybody's present. Yeah, we're all
Just to
here.
be clear, we all know that she agreed to Vesmir to spy on her brother.
That's
That's
meta.
well established. No, she told us.
It
Yep,
was
she did
my
tell us
secret.
this, yes.
Because I
Oh
don't
shit. Okay.
this family.
We do know
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
She
I
also
thought
said
just
she
the
could
deal
always
was a
step
secret.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
So Sullen kicks him. Bjorn looks at Sullen and kind of like,
He didn't. It's just the.
I
Yeah.
may need to actually consult because it's been a hot minute. I don't think Vafir was aware that you had the orb that was the mom's top of the mom's staff.
He knows that we were tasked with going after it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
don't
he
think he
met-
knew.
something, but may not have made the connection.
I don't think he
Yeah.
is aware that something is the top, or the top of
Okay.
his mother's staff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Bjorn just said that
think
your
that
mom
sounds
was
right.
Why?
looking for, but
So I was gonna ask, did you want to rephrase that? Otherwise, I will
Mhm.
go forward with the.
Wait, why does he not know that?
well,
Because we were trying to keep it from him because we didn't want to lose.
yeah.
Something.
Well, okay, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Bjorn will just say, "Have you heard anything about the orb that we had, or that we were looking for?"
No, I haven't, but
Well, never mind then.
Mother's been a bit distracted. The-
Why?
Well, it's mostly like Fey politics shit. It's the Winter Court
Yeah.
is vying for power and pushing up against our borders, and there's a lot of posturing bullshit. I don't.
I was curious if there was anything that might be relevant to us, but if not, then yeah.
No.
Well, as long as they don't need their sword back.
And as long as you're not expected to go back for a wedding.
No, I certainly hope not.
Me too. What?
I'm sorry, did you just say me too?
What?
You don't want a new stepdad.
Are you betrothed, or are you more concerned about me marrying your mother?
Well, I'd rather you not be my stepdad.
Yeah, all right. Age differences and all that.
Right, right. What happens in Lorelwind?
That's the entire.
They need the rest of us to leave.
The entire
That's like the world as we know it.
No, I don't mind if people stay and watch.
She's
Say.
she's walking
Well, there's
out.
clearly a lot of moving
Okay.
parts.
Oh boy. I don't suppose you're any good at breaking curses, are you?
I mean,
Stops at the door.
breaking them outright. I mean, not to be one to.
You're able to help us fight that sore, so make my hammer or do something weird.
Right. As much as I am loath to admit it, just breaking a serious curse outright is a little bit above what I can do. I can do
Well.
things to help you maybe procure what you need in order to break it yourself. But again, that'll take some time, depending.
Well, I thought you probably would prefer that I wasn't in service to the owl in order to stay alive.
Oh no, believe me, if
Hold
I
on.
could offer, I would.
I'm
Do
a
you
little
know
late
exactly
to the
who? Oh,
party.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, what exactly are you here for other than wine? And you're asking about getting a curse broken and not making a deal with an owl? I'm just trying to get a nice, tidy summary here so that I can start putting pieces together.
It's about what you think. The owl dropped by and offered
Tried to make a deal with you.
Yes, offered to
Right.
cure what ails me, but was magnanimous enough to give me a little time to think about it.
What about you? Vafia, are you truly only here for wine?
That and maybe was following my sister.
There it is.
Right.
I think it's quite likely she's spying on you as well.
You two have a weird dynamic. Still just writing.
You should probably be careful.
Who was that directed at?
At Vafir.
Oh.
That'd be good advice for all of us, but yeah.
Fair. Honestly, all of us could
Yeah.
do with some caution.
Yeah, you too.
That and I wanted to check up on Scotty. See if she was still good with Thor. Are you still good with Thor? Do you want to
Think so.
Do you want to trade up, if you will?
I feel like Thor could break a curse, though, so really a trade up.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe we should ask him.
Listen, Thor would just be drunk in the corner.
Have you met him?
I have.
He sounds like a riot.
He's gorgeous.
Do you want him for your stepdad?
I would like
I'm just saying,
him
if we're
for...
going to Drew.
I mean, I would like him for my step-on-me daddy, but...
Oh, that's an entirely different... Listen, you don't... We're in
Dad
public,
and
sir.
daddy, they're not the same
That's
translation
not
in common.
interchangeable.
We had to learn this.
You do not need lessons on what daddy means. Thank you.
I can pretend.
So, have you two...
So you'd be
yet-
open to Thor being your stepdad? What?
Scotty.
No, Scotty.
No, that's not. No.
So it's probably worth it to mention we're working on the whole putting the world back together thing, and that still seems to be a thing that you're trying to prevent, is your sister from aiding in the whole breaking the world thing.
Yes.
You said that the most convoluted way possible, Sheldon. Okay. Translation. You're trying to stop your sister from fucking the world over.
I am trying to stop the world from getting fucked over,
There we go.
and hopefully my sister in the process.
Right. So if you were following
Is
her
your
here...
sister stop your
Trying to-
sister from getting fucked over, or stop your sister from getting the world fucked over?
That is a good question.
So you've just been following around and
Yeah.
don't really actually know what she's to. You're just kind of throwing dots.
Yes, pretty much.
Did your sister make a deal?
Did my sister make a deal with whom?
I don't know. I don't know.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
You had indicated you thought she had some connection to the owl.
Oh, yes.
Do you know exactly who the owl is?
I believe the owl is Shaw. But I feel
Yes.
like your friend has put that together.
Yes.
I had confirmation, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know
well-
if that's a good thing or not.
Exhausting
But
all the options.
There now.
So if you were following her here, is there any way that we need to get a heads up?
So then,
Any-
why would your sister be spying on you?
Because I don't know that my sister knows that she's the owl.
Oh. Well, then I think that Scotty's question might have actually been on the money. Did she make a deal with something? Someone?
If she did, I don't know about it.
It
That
makes
is
sense.
what I'm
The,
thinking.
the owl said that she was in the neighborhood. If your sister was just here, then
I'm looking at sheer, like, confirmation.
Sheer is just taking notes, not paying attention to you at all. Just
gonna-
to sit down at the table.
I'm gonna move the ink pot like 3 inches away.
did anyone else see the owl tonight?
Not tonight.
Did
No.
anybody else have a dream tonight?
Annie.
Because you said the owl came to you in a dream, correct?
Right. Along with who I am guessing might be your Melina. They seem to have no love for each other, or else the owl was taking advantage of an opportunity.
So it could be.
Sky's looking at Sullen.
Is
Sullen,
that
did you have a
another
dream?
invite?
This is
Is Annabelle trying to conceal
There was
anything?
a sip. No response.
Is this like
Annabelle
an
is simply not
insight?
saying anything.
Okay.
Is what she's
Are you
doing.
trying to deceive?
She's trying to hide.
I move
Not
her-
actually trying to hide. Trying to just like,
I move her drink
maybe no one will notice that I'm not answering.
3 inches away. But it was so weird. I had this dream, and it was just like, it felt like I was, my teeth were falling out, and I was falling.
Are you going through a considerable amount of stress?
I am. This was a lead for her. It was to try and
That
get
sounds like
her
a
to
weird
admit
dream,
that,
yeah.
But
Bjorn taps Annabelle.
did you have a dream last night?
Fine. Ellie came to me in a dream. Fine. There.
Sally,
All right.
Yeah.
was she okay?
Fine, okay.
Not
Alive.
dead, dying, or bleeding? Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
better than
it's-
usual.
She shows up, says, I get three questions. No, hi, no, hello, one and only sister that I've had, like, ever. Like, one person that has been around for my entire life, hello.
I'm so sorry.
Nothing. And she said that she came to see me because she was trying to get me to switch sides.
Mm.
That's what it boiled down to.
So, to join with the owl.
To join up with her.
Right.
Which I suppose is one and the same, yeah.
We know that she works with Gregor.
Yeah.
Osmadius.
Mm-hmm.
Likely in service to the owl.
And I saw a particular wolf last night when I was scrying.
Scrying?
Yeah.
On what?
Well, I mean, since we're naming all the dark entities that we suspect are connected to the owl somehow.
Sullen was doing me a favor. He tried to look in on someone. He was
Looking in on
blocked
Viking
supposedly
family.
by Gregor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I just said I was looking in on Viking family. But it sounds like this owl, your sister, potentially, but Shah at large, is a particularly busy woman. It was a little bit more than in the area. It was in our heads.
Scotty, my dear.
Huh?
You okay there?
I had a thought. You didn't say what sister you were scrying on, right? You just said Viking family.
No,
Sullen
but
will
Scotty
give
could put it
her a
together.
long look.
No, she wouldn't, because Civ was cursed by Gregor. She would assume if it's Gregor's magic, she'd be
Well-
assuming you guys were talking about Civ.
Can I insight roll on you to see if
Sure.
I'm recognizing that Scotty isn't putting it together?
Is this an intelligence roll on my end? Or
If Scotty were to even mention Civ, Bjorn would correct her if that's helpful to you, but
well, you guys aren't naming the names. No, it's fine. We can keep going. We can address later.
Well, I think that Sullen is still looking at her, like, trying to see if she, like, recognizes that it was not Civ.
No, she would assume you guys are talking about Civ is what's going on here. So unless there's anything more specific, she's just like, oh, that's, you guys are talking about Civ. But she would have perked up the minute you mentioned dog, especially like magic surrounding someone with Gregor, because that's 100% what's going on with Civ.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't.
It's fine. It's continue. I was going on theory. It's all right.
I know, but she wouldn't recognize that I was doing Bjorn a favor and not her.
Well, she would think Bjorn was doing a favor to save. It's his sister too.
There's an awful pattern of assumption, but
It's cool. It's cool.
No,
We'll
you-
get it
it's
sorted.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
right.
forget.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah.
I'm transmuting the vibes across the room. I'm like trying to
It's
give
okay,
it to
man.
her so bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, Scotty?
No, it would not
Anything?
apply. If
Okay.
it was me,
You
the player, making a connection, but would it make
Right.
sense? Okay.
In any case, Sullen was doing me a favor. Looking in on someone that I haven't spoken to in quite some time.
You're making it weird.
You don't have to reply.
I'm messing with you.
I'm bringing us back.
Yeah.
So,
Fine.
owl in all of our heads.
Yes. And in any
Yeah.
case,
We will keep it that way, Scotty. Got to keep
Okay.
your head 100% clear, other than ale and mead,
lightning.
and lightning,
Mm.
Can think about other things.
and dogs.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
The good kind.
The day Scotty stops thinking about dogs, I think will be Ragnarok.
Whoa. Going on the playlist.
Yeah, put that on there.
Hold on.
Both the Vikings don't have a variation of their playlist. That's a goddamn shame.
Well, Vafir, if you'd like to stay for a glass of wine, I'm sure we can accommodate you for a while.
I suppose I have a bit of time.
All right.
He will drink some wine.
Unless he stops her, Sky will regale the entire Sword Stone fight and the dungeon crawl, and then go into the Antithis fight, and then etc. etc.
Oh,
And the dragon fight.
it's quite impressive.
I know.
You lot are
Shocking.
getting quite powerful.
We're doing okay.
I'm very
Goodbye.
happy that you've hooked up with Blaze and Hazel. They are phenomenal.
They are great.
Are we doing
Pretty awesome.
phrasing?
I mean, they are quite phenomenal.
They're hooking up with each other, right?
I assume so.
Yeah, I was getting
Yeah.
that vibe. Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
They've got to be. Yeah.
Oh, because I thought Blaze was really excited about that one person back at the library.
That doesn't mean quite
They-
anything.
they might have-
Yes, and
Oh, okay.
Blaze kind of has that generally flirtatious vibe. Can't relate.
Insight. Shit.
all right, Colin.
Looking for song covers. Excuse me.
if it weren't for the no touching thing, I think you'd
True. Yeah.
have
Yeah.
quite a backlog.
I touched people at one point. You all don't need to know.
Oh.
You're right. I don't need to know.
Stand corrected
Yeah.
then.
Do we know how Vafir knows Blaze and Hazel? Is that a thing?
He has said that he kind of is sponsoring them too.
We don't know how that came to be, though.
No.
But it's been mentioned before, though. This is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tells.
Well, I suppose at this point we're kind of picking a direction. Didn't we pick one?
Well, the cave and
Yeah, the cave.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Although I think we're several days away.
I think so.
Well, we were gonna fly. Some of that. Like
Right.
we did on the way to the
Fine.
other one.
Think so.
I am worried my clock is ticking a little bit. But
This guy's
Alright.
like put her hand to his forehead. Does he feel like significantly warmer than the last few days?
He is just as sick as he has been. However, as you put your hand to his forehead and pull it away, there is this like almost like snail excretion that comes away.
So moisturized.
Ew. What in the hell is that?
Ooh.
I don't know, but I'd really like to find a creek, maybe.
I'm gonna poke Bjorn like the back of his hand and see if that happens again.
Wait, Sullen, the spell sheet that you gave me, I can
That's foul.
clean. He'll try to prestidigitate himself.
It's as you go like kind of like square by square trying to prestidigitate yourself, it's not long until you realize it's an exercise in futility, that while you magically come clean almost instantaneously, and as you're doing it, you're noticing that like there's dirt under your fingernails, that there's just almost like little just faint kind of like green splotches on your skin.
It's not doing any good.
Well, the good news is you're not any warmer. Bad news
Good
is the
news.
fever's not breaking, though.
Yeah.
And you're turning into a snail. That's
Or
Like a
decaying a
frog
little
person.
bit.
Yeah. Slug? I don't know. I don't have a shell.
well, that
I mean-
that last creature we fought was kind of slimy.
Do you think that we should perhaps get you to like a hospital or a cleric that's better than me, or someone who bathhouse, or perhaps?
But we can't put him in a tub that other people have to sit in.
Yeah, no, we can't
Yeah.
put
Well,
other
I,
people
you
through
know,
that.
I assume that they like drain it and clean it out after.
You would hope. Those places are not always the most
Well, it's hot enough. You're right.
I also do feel like finding a cleric who
Yeah.
is more powerful and better than you could be a bit of an uphill.
Yes, someone who knows how to break curses.
Well, we know
It's
exactly
a
where
lot.
one is, well, two of them, but that's
Well,
a way in that direction. It's completely opposite to where we're
Well,
going.
Sullen, you can break this curse. It just requires additional components beyond a normal, because this is a potent, powerful curse.
Well, that was my.
What we need then?
Yeah, what does
Yeah.
it require?
Well, Bjorn, do you mind if I take a closer look?
knock yourself out.
Under normal circumstances, I would enjoy this, but on these,
Well,
And-
good to know you don't have a thing for slugs, I suppose.
And he kind of he takes out these small little spectacles and like puts it on his nose, and then begins like kind of getting uncomfortably like doctor close to you and like looking, and yes, this does feel a bit like Melina's work. Yes. This is the curse of foul blight.
Okay.
You are on the second stage. The next stage,
Is it dancing?
not so much. It's more, well, let's just say that a beefy, powerful guy like you will not be as beefy or powerful on the next stage.
Wonderful.
But because you're on the second stage, it's going to require at least one dark steel component. Then you'll need 2 additional components to cure it.
Well, do you know what kind?
I'd guess. Probably. Say maybe a clock that runs backwards so that you can undo what has been done. Maybe a hag's promise for the second component. You could also maybe use a twice murdered raven. Maybe a book that's never been read.
What about read in its entirety?
No, this is a book that's never been read by anyone.
Here.
Will any dark steel do, or does it need to be forged in a particular way?
Typically, you'd want it to be something that's been made into something like maybe a an owl would be pointed. A dark steel clock.
Well, I have a knife.
That would work.
The thing that we're missing are clocks or twice murdered owls or books that have never been read.
Twice murdered ravens.
Raven. Right, sorry. A little stuck in the
Necromancy.
loop there. I know that you can also use diamond for this, but that would mean that we wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone.
I like the idea of being able to bring someone back to life. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
which I do like rather a lot.
Well,
We
Annabelle,
don't have any clocks in the party, do we? Or books that haven't been read?
But
got
I
plenty
mean,
of books
well-
that haven't been read.
that hag that we met when Scotty and Bjorn, when we first met, okay, how would a promise is an intangible thing?
Hags sometimes work in potion form. You can deliver a hag's promise via potion. If she promises your death, if she promises your life, she promises something in between.
Because a hag once removed a curse from me, so I guess that's a promise of being able to breathe or of living, a promise of life. So it's some sort of like... let me just see if I've got this right. Would a healing potion then be that, or does it need to be from that?
No, it needs to be
Hag.
from a hag.
Okay.
There's a reason that these curses are hard to break. The components for them are hard to find.
Well, dark steel we can manage. I have raw dark steel, a number of keys.
That knife too.
I don't want to volunteer someone's knife without his permission.
Happily
but-
use it on this. What I'm worried about is that we don't have any clocks or hag's promises or twice murdered ravens.
Well, Annabelle, didn't your aunt have you looking for some weird things at some point? Do you think she would have an idea?
Yeah, one of those was a dark steel clockwork owl, but one of her people got their hands on that one before I even had the chance to go for it, and then she gave me shit for it, for not getting it first.
Otherwise, if these are...
What?
I mean, if you need weird things to cure weird stuff, I mean, is this kind of stuff that your parents might have in their shop selling?
Probably most of it. But that means that we're teleporting all the way out there and then, kind of begging to get back. Or paying them, since they don't know who I am and are probably less inclined to give us a favor.
Point of order,
And
they
we-
may not have it in stock.
Yeah,
These
we
are
probably wanna-
rare items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would take
Message
time
them,
to-
see if we can order it online. Come in, pick up the next day.
Order for pickup.
I will absolutely send my mother a message.
I mean, also, does killing the cursor free the cursey? Is that it?
Oh yes, that would do the trick.
I mean, what?
If the person who did this is that Banshee and she is in the Feywild, then time is going to get fucked with again for us, and we cannot afford to lose any more time than we already have.
She could also be the one stuck here, though.
You said she entered your dream.
Me.
Yes.
Yes.
She's on the material plane.
Great, do you know where?
You can only enter people's dreams if you're on the same plane of existence.
Would guess in that circle.
Because that means Ellie's here too.
Seems likely.
Noted.
So then do you know where on this plane she is? Because that would be helpful.
You are being very accusatorial, and I have been nothing but helpful. Thank you very much. I believe you're taking out your aggression that you are currently feeling towards maybe your sister. On
Fine. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. That fair. You don't have to do that.
Have you met me? Of course I have to do that.
I know.
Two best leads are also the circle or going to get this thing she's commanded you to get, and she'll probably turn up.
That was my suggestion.
It's true.
And, I mean, who knows? Maybe on the way there we'll be able to stop in somewhere and find something, or, there's weird components or something in the same location. If it's a location that there's a bunch of fey things, then...
She
well,
shows up when we're in the cave. We've gotten our asses handed to us pretty solidly. Are we going to be able to find the Banshee?
I don't know. But we're getting stronger. It's possible.
I think
So feel like we're all still here, so asses handed to us is a strong description.
Oh, you've done exceptionally well.
See?
Thank you, Garfield.
You stop. I know you're spying on me.
You and your sister are weird, and I'm just trying to, get involved because I'm nosy as shit, but I just love sibling drama, so don't mind me.
You joined the right party.
Yeah.
I mean, a twice murdered raven, does it need to actually be dead, or could you just spare the dying on it?
Well, I mean,
Or if
murder
it's
is
2
kind
out of
the
3
intent.
of the...
Or
Or if it's 3 ravens and 2 of them died.
Or
I
if
don't
it
think that's
has
how-
gone from one murder of crows to then another murder of crows,
Listen,
and
if you
then
bake 2 different potatoes, it's not a twice baked potato. You've got to have one raven that we've killed twice.
It is definite. Yes. The Birdman is correct.
you haven't been been killed twice, have you, Solon?
No, I haven't.
Ah, damn.
Only the
Maybe
one.
it would have worked.
No, only some of us have died before.
Yeah.
That just Bjorn instantly regrets it. Starts wiping off the slime.
Well, okay, we have a shopping list. Do we want to go back to Rosenberg and see if my parents have them, or call them and then head in the direction of point B and then head in that direction if we need to? If you're already in stage 2, I think that this might be something that we need to solve now so that we can do the next cave without you suffering.
Yeah, I worry about becoming too weak being more of a problem than a help.
I mean, we'll protect you, but of course we want you not slimy, healthy.
Also, we might not do as well if you're just noodle arms.
I also feel like the cave has something that leads to this. Whereas I feel like you should definitely message your parents. And if they don't
Yeah.
have any of this, we still need to go to the cave first because none of it's magically going to materialize at their shop.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think we carry
That was
on
the
towards the
direction I was
cave either
going
way.
in.
Yeah.
Well, Rosenberg's quite big. Could you ask them if there's a clockmaker? I mean, a clock that runs backwards can't be that hard to engineer.
No, I'm sure it's not that difficult, but let me ask. I'm going to send a message.
What time is it?
2 a.m.
I thought it was dawn. I thought we were
So-
like,
If you take any clock and you cast slow and haste on it, it will tick backwards.
oh,
Really? You learn
interesting.
new things every day.
I don't have either.
Can
of
any of
those.
you do that?
No. My parents might.
I
Yeah.
could break the clock.
You
I
could.
could also break the clock very easily.
Yeah, I think I could probably manage that.
Clock.
So we just need a clock.
But we also don't do those spells.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No.
thought that you two meant that you could do slow and haste for some reason. I don't know.
A
No,
poor
we-
joke. I apologize.
Yeah.
I swing
Um,
really, really hard, Bjorn, and you swing really, really slow.
Yeah, just put the
You're actually-
clock in
There we go.
compress it. Black
You think about the
hole.
rotation of the Earth? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to go to the pole and then remagnetize the clock.
Mhm.
God.
Oh,
New
would Hazel
adventure.
know those spells?
Huh?
Would Hazel know?
Maybe.
She's got those books and she's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
She could also potentially learn it, or
Oh, that's true. Bye. Bye, scroll.
even if
Well,
she
I can only-
doesn't.
Do so many messages, but a clock seems like the easiest one to get, maybe.
Well, here's a question. Do you think your parents would know the nature of the curse just by default? If you were to name it for them, would they already know the list of things that might be needed?
Perhaps. I could
Zafir
specifically
was kind enough
request
to give us
things.
a name, so
Sure. Yeah, I can ask them.
Let's start there then.
Based on our time, this is over. Based on our time in the shop, would we have any sense of like what level Sullen's parents were in more mechanical terms?
Do you need an answer to this?
Do you have an answer to this?
They're both level 20.
Oh shit! I would not have let you do that. Anyway,
Which-
yeah.
I classed them in my little book,
Yeah. I
but they just have They just have invocations. They're each different types of cleric. I can tell you the names if you need, or the types of cleric if you need those.
They are powerful clerics.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like if they're on par with us, I wouldn't have anything to say. / above us significantly.
Yeah. Mom's an adventurer. She's at least no joke.
All right, so we keep moving forward.
I kind of want to see a fight between Scotty's mom and Solon's mom now.
Oh my
I
god,
don't
yes.
think that she would
Mom fight!
him.
Mom fight!
Fight!
Okay, well, it depends on under what circumstances.
Yes.
Sky's mom shows up and goes, "You want to fight?"
Yes, but if your parents are kind of, that I'm going to hit you over the head thing, I, don't want her to get knocked out.
So it sounds like you're agreeing to a mom fight.
Can I add Nefan and Luke to this tournament?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Parent fight. Sorry, we will.
Yeah,
Back on
milk
track.
deal fight. Yes, perfect.
Well, then you better get
We
real
are
good at
paying attention.
necromancy.
Oh, I'm actually just writing letters in the background, saying this has gone off the rails.
Necromancy.
I'm just over here going, okay, I'm going to create level 20 versions of this, and this is the next Thunderdome. Hand over.
Okay.
Yes.
Spec 'em.
Holy shit, yes.
We have
I will
Father's Day
spec the
coming
shit.
up. We missed Mother's Day, but we could do Father's Day.
Oh my
We
god.
Parent fight Thunderdome.
It's like the Parent Trap. It's just fighting.
Am I sending a message to
That's
my
the title.
parents?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. What is the name of this curse specifically?
Curse of Foul Blight.
There were too many people talking. Foul?
Jessica.
Like a bird?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
it's spelled the same. Whoa, no, wait, sorry.
No, it's F-O-U-L.
foul.
F-O-U-L, yeah.
Like
Foul, like
Bjorn
nasty.
smells foul right now.
Yeah.
Sure, true. Yes.
There's a foul blight.
Like a goose.
Honk.
Oh, this is the show, folks.
The Untitled Goose Party, yes.
Yes.
It's nothing but murder. Just
All right,
anger
so we
murder.
I am
message Sullen's
totally
parents.
not writing that down as the episode title.
What Untitled Goose Party? So we message Sullen's parents. We find out if they're able to help us.
Well, even if Solon's parents can't, either Nefaris or Scotty doesn't know the correct name, so hit me if you want. Annabelle, Ellie back in Vermeer. no, Halsey back in Vermeer.
Ah, yeah.
At the. Doesn't she also retrieving some stuff?
If not her, then she may know someone
Sorvia
who-
told Scotty the
Yeah.
wrong name.
Right. Sorvia was being deceptive.
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
I mean, it's certainly smarter to start with Solon, especially since we have a way of quickly getting back to Rosenberg, but
Right.
Yeah.
I think probably we should keep moving. I
yeah,
think
I
think
Sheer
so
is
too,
probably
yeah.
right. If we end up running into Melina, then I don't know, maybe we can take care of the curse at the source.
Alright, so
Even if
twice
we
murdered
don't-
Raven. Do you think we need to use a resurrection spell on it, or can we spare the dying it and then like,
No, I
left
feel
conscious?
On the
maybe it's
cut?
like a raised, like a not reverent, just like a zombie crow. It's zombie crows, and then you kill it again.
Can you do that?
No, I was
Oh.
dumb. Just said that's.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, Revivify is a very big spell to use, but it'll
I
probably
don't
work.
really want to revivify on a crow. There's ways you could do it. I fucked up
Theory,
before.
or
I can just-
reviving Bjorn in a roundabout way, if it works.
Let's start with messaging. We're sending that message
I'm
and
trying to
see
work
what we
out
can
the
find
ways.
out.
Right. And then we keep moving.
Yeah. So we can't really figure out much else as far as what we need to look for until we know more. So
Okay, I have another question. One more. A book that's never been read, does it count as the person who wrote it? has never read their own book, or could one of us just write a book? And then no one else
Like-
has ever read it.
Or does like fresh from the printers count also? Is it just the spine hasn't been cracked sort of thing?
Or it's a picture book.
There you loopholes.
I do believe Shear's correct with the
Oh.
first estimation. Fresh off the printing press would work. A book that's never been open, never been read.
Well,
We'd
easy
have
enough
to
then, a
be-
bookshop.
Well, do you need the very first book of any run?
Yes.
Yeah. Specialty bookshop, maybe. Very specialized.
Is there a printing press in Rosenberg?
College Town.
I imagine there likely is.
Yes.
So book. Likely spellcasters that we could pay for spell scrolls or to enact magic on a clock.
I think, yeah, those are probably the two that are
Mm-hmm.
would be most likely to find.
If we need to buy a diamond, I can pay for it. That's fine.
I'm just gonna send my mom a message.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Hi, GG. Need components to break a curse of foul blight. Do you have clocks, twice dead ravens, unread books, or others? Can wait for an order.
You hear in your head, and I apologize because I cannot remember what voice I gave her.
I think it's just Sullen's accent.
I know that's your dad. I just couldn't remember if I also did the exact same accent for her.
I think
as well.
I think you did
Okay.
the same. I think you've got the vibe. You did a good job.
I think it's the first one on the 11 NPCs in one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go watch that real quick.
Oh
get
yeah,
back.
just,
Yeah,
let
yeah,
me just
yeah.
go watch that and
Slow
yeah.
that up real fast.
Speak to me in Sullen. Real quick.
Oh, I have a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Doodly-dee. Yeah. So I don't have any components for removing curses in stock right now, but I could see if I could get a hold of them. It would probably take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. I did not
She
count
said it would-
words. That sound was probably more
That's
than
okay.
25, but whatever.
That's okay. She said it would be a week or 2 weeks. Do you think you can stave off that long?
I honestly don't have any way of knowing. I think it. I won't say I'm confident about it.
Well, we can try and keep you alive in the meantime.
Maybe there's a way to slow the effect.
Maybe. Can we do it in parts? What's she?
We do also have the solution of killing the banshee still, which
Yeah.
2-week wait time will try and speed to that and get you a more powerful weapon. Also, I was just two birds getting hit with a rock at once.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
All right.
We'll head
If
in
you
that direction.
if you start to keel over, then we'll get the fuck out.
Plus,
I will-
Scotty's got spare the dying, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll endeavor not to get slime on anything.
Please.
Listen, I don't want to any more than you do.
There's a creek down there. Get yourself bathed, make yourself feel better, do the little things that you do whenever you start to feel ill, and we'll get all of us on the road.
Alright.
Few hours till dawn, so I suggest the rest of you finish sleeping.
Is it really 2 a.m.?
I mean,
More or less, there was, I think,
Something
only
like
she
that.
left, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
In any case, Fafir, thank you. You have helped quite a lot and given us quite a lot of information.
Well, just doing my part to ensure that the world doesn't, burn in fire or whatever. Also, I'm watching you, young lady.
am the
Points-
oldest one.
Which one?
Points to Annie.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But thank you for the wine. I did enjoy it. And with that, and with a flourish, he disappears.
Oh, that was oddly refreshing.
I know. Hardly a menace at all.
It's
Surprisingly helpful.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly we're doing what he wants.
I may have leaned on him a while back about the fact that we couldn't just keep trading favors if we hoped to be real allies, so maybe he reconsidered.
Things are getting really bad. He doesn't
Yeah,
feel like he has the time for jokes anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's possible.
Sullen's gonna look at Scotty. Kind of
Scotty will look at Sullen.
nod.
Nods.
I
She's
have
just
a slot
copying you
left.
at this point.
You too?
I have a slot
Alright.
left for the message. I don't have to move my mouth in order to send a message, do I?
There are somatic components to it, but like the actual message doesn't have to.
Okay. Can I?
The message is telepathic, but like people will know you're casting a spell.
Okay. Well, can I try and do it kind of secretly?
You gonna like get up and go to the bathroom? Like,
Yeah, we're all on our way back to bed. We're all kind of like, picking up our bedrolls and
Sure. You know what?
reorganizing
Roll
our
me,
our blankets.
I want a deception check, and I also want a sleight of hand check.
You want a deception and a sleight of hand?
Yes, because I believe
Well-
it has both like verbal and somatic, but I could be wrong. But
Okay, the deception is a dirty 20. The sleight of hand is an 8.
okay. So the deception is for like the verbal. So you're gonna get
Okay.
away without that. The sleight of hand, I will say this will, because nobody's really looking for you to be doing this. It's everyone's passive perception if they care enough.
Scotty is bullying Bjorn back to bed.
Okay.
yeah.
Annabelle
I think
absolutely
this-
perceives.
Yeah, I would perceive that there is magic being cast and then be like, I'm writing a note. I don't care.
I've
Yeah,
got
just
hot
make a mental
gossip to
note.
share.
I'm assuming Sullen
Dear
is
Grandma.
near us.
Yeah, I'm not very far. But while Scotty is bullying Bjorn off to bed, he's just going to send her a message that says, I couldn't scry on Bjorn's sister, Saga.
Oh, it's weird. You mentioned the black dog magic stopping. I assumed it was Civ. Do you think there's similar magic on both of them?
You can
Yeah.
respond to this message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been in the head. Actually,
Yes.
no, wait. Would she know it's in her head if she's pushing Bjorn and if someone's behind her? She's just gonna
you
assume this is
are-
out
I
loud.
knew this was going to be a comedy of errors.
Yeah,
I fucking knew it.
yeah.
You're the
Okay,
smartest one
I
in the party.
feel like you are
was a
aware
choice.
it's a spell, but like
Okay.
Sullen, pull up message for me real quick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
And double
guys.
check it. Because I'm
You're
pretty sure
fine.
that you are aware that it is a spell.
Yeah, I'm fairly
Okay.
certain.
You
I'm trying to
recognize
think
the sender,
Scotty's actually
etc.
no, I guess Natasha sent her sendings before.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gotten it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would respond in her head then. It's as comical as it would be. I will resist.
Okay.
Yeah, she sort of dissociates for a second.
Yeah,
We're just like,
yeah.
What you
So
said,
get,
what
like-
you said?
I said what I said.
Okay.
And I think as long as you have line of sight, you can keep, like, message can go, or like it's a cantrip, you can continue to.
Are you using message or sending?
Sending is I'm out of spell slots. I had like all my second levels except for like one. I used my last spell slot. I'm going off of the fumes. If I refresh this fucking page, it's gonna disappear on me. But I have a second levels.
Are you using message or sending?
Yeah, because
Using
messages
message.
you have to whisper.
Yes.
Yeah, because message is not inside your head, I don't think, is it?
It's the creature hears it in their head, but I think you have to whisper to respond.
And you're supposed to point at them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sullen, why are you pointing at Scotty like that? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I just have a tick. You know, I'm in twitchy.
I'll go outside and set up my little table to write my notes, to do my watch. Just canvas chair. Out of my small tent.
The camp chair.
All right, whatever. Go to
In
bed.
response to Scotty, I'll go, yeah, it was weird. I don't know why they're blocked by the same thing.
I mean, I guess we could always scry on Civ and see if a similar thing blocks you.
We can try tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks for helping.
I just want both of you to be okay.
She gonna cast healing word on her brother as she's pushing him, like lovingly, like kicking him, and then with one of the kicks, it's a healing word. Go to bed.
He like gives her a little prestidigitation, but it instead of her lightning this time, it looks like forge sparks.
Ooh, take 3 points of healing, which is pretty good for her.
I actually am not fully healed, so
All right.
he looks a little bit better.
With that, let's go ahead and take our break. Not quite action-packed, but information and fun-filled first
I love
half
a
of
lore.
the session.
Stress packed.
All right, we're going to take just a quick break, go take care of our human needs as well as take care of some animals that probably need to go out and whatnot. We will be back shortly. We love you all. Hang out, come back. We love you. Be right back.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Hey folks and friends. Terribly sorry. I know things are in disarray and whatnot right now on the on the screen. We're gonna have to end the session early. There is something wrong with Remy, and I need to go.
Oh no.
So
please take care of him.
Yep, go.
love you all. We love
Okay,
you all.
we love you.
Good night.
Yep. We love y'all.
Good night.
Good night.